It's important to note, please don't go spread hate to anybody in this video. This was made to be funny. Hatred is actually a very bad thing that leads to a lot of other bad things. So please, don't hate on anybody in this video. It was made to be fun. I'm a professional hater. Let's get into the video. Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So this is part one in a series, or presumably part one in a series, where I react to the Tuah podcast by Haley Welch until something interesting happens. So we're just gonna dive right on into it. So first off, the first episode released 3 days ago. The trailer for it released 10 days ago. The trailer has 128,000 views, and the episode 1 has 214,000. That's pretty good, compared to a carryover of 22,000 subscribers. It's not looking too hot, but you know, we have faith here. This is the Tuah girl after all. So let's start off with the trailer. Let's see if anything interesting happens here.
She's literally doing anything to stay relevant.
Does anyone actually give a fuck about her?
Why are we keeping this girl relevant?
Your 15 minutes are up.
Your joke was funny for 2 days. Stop.
Y'all really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby. It smells warm. F you.
Yeah!
What's one move in bed that makes a girl go crazy? I'm Haley Welch. A little while ago, my life took a complete left turn and it changed forever. And along the way, I've realized that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Well, now it's my time to talk. Check out my podcast every week, Tuah, where I'm sitting down with the coolest guests and having actual conversations with them. And Pookie.
Who is Pookie? Who is Pookie?
He may stop by too. New exercise every week. Subscribe to that thing.
So, what did we get out of that? We got, okay, so first off, okay, she's just getting started. Okay, that's, okay, alright, capitalize on that. Pull a bad baby. Okay, so you're smelling a shoe, and then we immediately see Jake Paul. So, this is off to a grand start. And then, I love how she says, so, my life took a complete left turn. Along the way, you changed forever along the way. I realized that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Did she not know everybody had opinions prior to this? That's my question. But anyways, going back... Yeah, okay. And she said having actual conversations with them as opposed to what? Fake conversations? Actual conversations like, what's a move in bed that'll make a girl go crazy? Asking Jake Paul that. Okay. Well, fantastic start. Alright. Let's, okay. Pretty solid. Oh, hey, would you look at that? It's in my next up. Let's see what we got here. So we have, I said Tuah, and now I'm here with Whitney Cummings. Tuah episode 1. So, I looked up Whitney Cummings earlier, because I have no idea who this person is. She's a comedian, I think? A comedian and, like, little, like in some sort of internet personality, I think. I didn't really look that deep into it. I just realized my mic is on high. There we go, that should sound a little bit better. But, yeah. Okay, that's who Whitney Cummings is, I think. So let's watch this 56-minute long, segment.
Come on, Haley. It's not that bad. All right, it's time to get out of the bed and quit rotting. Haley, get up.
All right, I'm ready to talk. So
Is that a Matt Rife fucking body pillow? Okay, she's funny.
I wanted to start my podcast out here in Belfast, Tennessee, where I was born at and where I've been
Get
ever
it?
since.
It's funny because Matt Rife. It's funny because Matt Rife.
Until a few weeks ago, and everything changed. No, really.
I'm gonna try to
I didn't
stop
learn that you
pausing.
can't bring a box cutter on a plane. So we'll be talking about.
She didn't
all
know
the
you
crazy
couldn't
stuff
bring a
that's
box cutter
happened
on a
since I
plane?
got into
That's
this mess.
insensitive
And stuff
around
that me and
9/11.
Chelsea liked to do before all this happened. And I want you guys to get to know me better than Tuah. No, it's Tuah. Like, you really got to put your emphasis. Yeah, you're not saying Tuah, you're saying Tuah, you know? Like, you got to really put your back into Tuah, you know? My first guest is going to be
I want you
somebody
guys
that's
to
very dear to me.
know me
Miss
better
Whitney
than
Cummings.
Hawk
Make
Tuah,
sure you hit
and
follow
then
on
proceeds
Hawk
to
Tuah
have
wherever you
a
get your
whole
podcasts.
skit
We're releasing
strictly
episodes
about the
every Tuesday.
pronunciation
And for those of you watching
Hawk
on YouTube,
Tuah.
be sure you
Okay.
like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to that thing.
I don't want to be known for just the Hawk Tuah meme, so we're just gonna constantly reference it.
Keep all this in. This is the key to you is don't overthink anything. Don't plan or plot anything.
I fuck
The
with
key
that
to
statement.
your success is just flying by the seat of your pants and being exactly who you are.
That's why I think
Maybe
we
not that
connect
part.
on a different
I
level.
think so too. We both also find the same men in their 20s attractive.
Yeah.
We have the same type.
Welcome back to Talk to Us.
This is a
Today
riveting
I got
start.
Miss Whitney Cummings. Y'all have already seen her, but she had to come back. I love her. And then we got our two guests down here in the floor. We have Hartley. Hartley's a little blind, but
Oh, the
she still gets
dogs.
around. And then, uh-oh.
I got my
Where'd Rue go?
HTO here.
And then we have Rue down here. Rue's a little bit feisty, but she likes a calm
First time
environment.
I've drank sugar
So they're
in
just
a
gonna be
very
hanging
long
out with
time.
us. And then we got Chelsea over here, and then we got Jamie, of course. Jamie's one of the women.
Sure am.
We need a white man for diversity.
Exactly.
These days.
I agree.
I might get you
I got
canceled.
you a little friendship bracelet. I had to put it on.
Oh god, I just realized. So she's under Jake Paul's
like a big sister.
like podcast agency or whatever. Better is up
Makes my
here.
day.
Oh
Thank you.
god.
I hit it off with you, so I had
That's
to have
terrible.
I really did. I hope my nightmare would to create any pressure for you. I feel like you're going through so much so fast. I feel like we connected, and then I was like, let me just not put any pressure on her. She'll know where I am if she needs me.
I wasn't nervous talking to you.
Oh, good.
Not
Because
at all.
afterwards you did Bill Maher. You did.
I got a history lecture from him.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Got a history
I
election.
was just the whole time. It went right over my head. I hated history in school, and I was just
Well, what's
The
the
whole
point of
time.
memorizing any history? Because we've now learned that none of it was true.
Half of it.
When I grew up,
Oh.
I don't know if this is even what you learned in school.
Oh.
I learned that the Native Americans and the
Are
Pilgrims
these people
had a
history
fun
deniers?
that's what I got from
I
it.
learned that they put on their best shoes with buckles and their best hat, and they all sat down and shared maize. They had corn, and they had a cornucopia, and it went great. And now
Didn't they have a turkey too?
yeah.
They had a damn turkey.
So you got lectured about history, so you now know what to not do while hosting a podcast.
Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1962.
1492.
Okay, he didn't teach me very fucking much.
I think the most
Jesus
history until
Christ.
now has kind of been gossip, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of just like, you know what I mean?
Well, like, I
Like
feel
you
like if
said.
I won a battle, I'd be like, not only am I going to tell this story, but I'm also going to say, like, my opponent was, like, fat and stupid. Like, you know, I'm going to add insult to it, too.
Yeah, totally.
Because he's not here to set the record straight.
Right, there was no way. I mean, it's
won.
like people are like, what if ChatGPT like photoshops photos? It's like we had paintings before where the king was telling them what to paint. I mean, that was probably worse than Photoshop.
Yeah, I'd be right.
Like Mona Lisa.
Okay, I know I said I wouldn't pause, but this whole segment on history and how much they don't know about history. So today I wrote my little essay. I wouldn't even call it an essay for official reasons. It's called an essay. But I wrote my little thing on why I wanted to change my major to history, because I'm changing my major to history in college. And I shit you not, the big reason I gave was because lesser and lesser people are engaging in history and like actively learning about the mistakes of our past. That was one of my big points, because it said, like, explain why you want to change this major to be considered for admission into the college and the major, that kind of thing. Or the department, the major, that kind of thing. And, yeah, my big thing was, my peers literally don't know anything about history, and the idea of history being forgotten terrifies me. And this woman does not even know, like, kindergarten Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Oh, okay. Well, this proves my point on why I want to switch to history.
So, you've had Jake Paul. You've had I don't know what order you're going to do.
Ooh,
these
the
in,
Paul
but you've had
brothers.
Jake
We
Paul
love
on.
them.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes. So far.
Jake's pretty wild.
He's a little spooky to
Jake
talk
Paul's
to.
something.
That's like a man, you know. That
Yeah.
is not like a little soft boy, you know. It's easy to talk to. That's a whole man right there.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a little ass girl over here talking to this grown man. I was like, what the fuck do I talk to him about, you know?
But you knew him before, right? Were you a
Yeah.
fan before?
Yeah, I watched him for a few years.
And what are you noticing?
Oh God, she was a
between
Jake Paul
being
fan.
a fan of someone from afar and then meeting them. Like, is it what you expected?
He was exactly what I expected. Like, he lets on like he's an asshole, and that's what I like about him. He owns up to that shit. He knows it. That's what I got respect for him for that.
I like that.
I can be an asshole too.
And he's comfortable with controversy.
She
He's
respects
okay with it.
Very comfortable
Paul
with that.
brother.
I think that's like one of the most important skills now
That's
is being
something.
comfortable with like letting people project onto you and like think, you know, like if you stand up for yourself, you're a bitch. If you like want to win a fight, you're an asshole. It's like, all right, just project whatever you want. I know that my identity at a certain point is kind of like a mixture of who I am.
Well, I guess she kind of has to.
Yeah, I mean you can't.
She kind of
please them all
has to
either.
praise Jake because she's
Definitely not.
under
And
his
then,
company, right?
Matt Rife.
That's a thing.
Met him in person.
Thanks to you, best
Melted.
wingman ever.
Yeah, shout out you, girlfriend. Now I got a pillow of him to sleep with every night. Whatever.
Okay, we
That is-
talked about Matt
That was
Rife.
a match made in heaven right there. Let me just go on and tell you. I was reading all the comments like on our post, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's like the first look," and they're like smiling at each other. You will never see me smile at a man like that ever again in my entire fucking life. Let me just go on and tell you. You can ask her. I died.
Please don't.
They didn't warn us. They come and got us like from the car, and then we walked around, and they didn't say he was like right there at the fucking corner we were going around. I was like, what the hell? And I go around, I was like, oh. I was like, oh no, I haven't prepared myself what to say to this man. He's like, hey, and I was like,
She's like, don't look me in the eyes. And he was like, okay.
Oh,
dude,
no.
he could have turned me to stone looking into me. I was like, oh my God, don't look at me.
You're in LA. You can go get Botox right now and look like a stone whenever you want.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. There's Botox everywhere.
Yeah, most people.
I get a
here
little
look like-
myself. I call it Brotox when I do it. Yeah.
Bro.
You really?
I get Brotox. Well,
You
here's
don't
the
have
thing.
any wrinkles.
No shit.
Do you really get it?
Here's why, guys. Look, I'm not about
So
to be on
you're
fucking
serious.
trial here.
You do get Botox.
Let me explain. And Whitney, you can back me up here.
I don't get Botox anymore.
No, hold on. The
I stopped.
earlier you get it,
Yep.
right? So when you start young, you're actually just getting rid of whatever wrinkles would pop up. So it's not like I'm going every week and getting shit done. It's like I went a few times.
Start
actually
Botox
went again, like last
young.
month, but like for a touch
Sets
up.
you
But
up
yeah,
to be
the-
going
you
back
get
for
it?
your entire
I
life.
go to
pretty
Calabasas. I
much.
gotta
No, I
go
mean
out
like
there.
where?
Oh, forehead and then crow's feet right here.
But here's the thing. Oh, wow. So you still have some movement, which is good.
I have
You
tons of
should
movement.
have more, though. Here's the thing. Number one, if you're a girl and you get Botox, number one, you're going to attract pedophiles. Okay? We're all trying to stop shaving your vagina hair.
Don't stop shaving your vagina hair. I don't know
let's
where the
grow
fuck
it
Whitney's
out
going
and
with
put
this.
beads
Don't
in it.
stop.
No, I
We're
realized
gonna grow it out and put beads
I was
in it.
dating creeps the longest time.
What?
I didn't realize I was baiting them by having a bald pussy and Botox. Of course. Okay?
Okay, thank you for that tip.
And also,
Thank
here's
you.
the other thing. I want people to know when I'm pissed off at them. I want them
Yeah.
to know
What
when I'm
is-
mad. And I realized that when I had Botox, I didn't have any
What is-
wrinkles, so I would be like mad at somebody, and they'd be like, anyway, like
What are
they'd
the-
think I was joking, and I was like, I'm serious,
What is the
and I would have to subtitle my face.
what
because
is
they didn't have
the
any wrinkles.
Prada
Wrinkles,
glasses
they
lady on about?
Convey information.
See, where I have like a bitchy face, I have like a wrinkle going through here.
Let me see. No,
Let's
that's
see.
normal. I
Yeah,
honestly
I'm
think
gonna leave mine.
At
It gives
this
me
point,
character.
wrinkles
Why
are
are they-
a sign of youth.
Why is this a
Yeah,
topic?
I agree.
That's why I
agree.
decided to just stop getting Botox.
Very punk rock of you.
Yeah, see, you know what I do kind of want? There's you can get Botox in your
Why
arms.
did I choose to sit down and record this?
But the dermatologist said to me,
This is painful.
so you can get, I think it's like 18 shots in both one armpit, 18 and 18, so that you don't sweat. But then he was like, the sweat does have to come out somewhere, and it usually comes out in your.
In her poochie banana? What the fuck? In her poochie banana.
Preventative. That's why you grew it out.
Honestly, at this point, I like
What?
having pubic hair, sweating, wrinkles. Cause
Why
it
is
just
this
my goal in life
convers-
to attract straight men, and it really deters all the gay men, and I can't date any more gay men.
Yeah, shit, if you want to come over here and
What
munch
is
on this
happening?
rug, go
I
for
really
it.
want someone. There's a
know?
guitar over
If a
here
guy
behind.
looks at pubes on a
Spit
vagina
on
and
Dick
is like,
lady.
Never mind. This
That
is,
I really want someone
He's
to
a
play
sissy
this.
ass
I really
bitch.
want
That's
somebody to
exactly.
play
Yeah,
that
why
guitar.
don't you think that way?
That would be
You
far
make
more
me wanna
interesting
grow
than
mine out like
whatever's
finger waves or
happening
something.
right now.
Fuck yeah, you got me rethinking every damn thing right now. Holy shit, keep going. What's something else that
it's like,
pisses
you know
you
what
So
it
there's
is?
a
There's
wire
something
coming
that
down
happens when you get
from this
old. Getting
neon
older is actually
sign
kind of
in the
amazing.
middle.
You know, I thought it would like, you know.
Like, I can understand seeing the wire coming down from this pair of boots and cowboy hat, but
freeing about it, you know, because like
I need you to be
caring.
quieter
yeah, the
so I
guys
can
that
make
wanna
some
date you, they're, like,
observations.
adults, like, you know,
There's a
something
wire
really fun
coming
about it.
down
I don't
from
know.
the centerpiece here,
I'm
and
into
it's I don't know
like
that
the way you see
this
that. Now I can
wire is
see
really bothering
not?
me. It's
I
like,
mean, I
could
think
you
it-
not have like
It's kind
put
of
it
fun.
behind
It's
the
just sort of
wood?
like, yeah, there's
Like
veins
I
on my
appreciate
leg,
like
but,
the
What about it?
Whatever,
the
dude.
wood look.
Like,
I appreciate
Angels
like
of Blue now,
that,
an
but like
avatar.
why not
Sick.
like
I
drill a
like
hole,
you should-
put the wire in
jump
through the
higher?
back so it looks cleaner.
I don't think I can
Oh,
jump
fuck.
at all. Yeah, my fake boobs.
That's
got
my
too
thing.
Hard
Bummer.
if I
Your
jump.
boobs are fake? Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I just tuned back into the conversation, and
So, it
they're
actually
still
happened
talking
because-
about
Can I tell you something
body
about you?
parts.
I think part of the reason people love you so much, because you know you're like ghetto Dolly Parton or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, I
say
hate
so.
the people
That is a good
comparative.
comparison right there. I like
Taylor
that.
Swift.
Ghetto is
Trailer Trash Dolly
yes.
or whatever
I
it is.
appreciate that they put
is that
ghetto in
you-
front of
there's
Dolly
this
Parton. I
epidemic
hate that they
where
compare her to
especially
Dolly.
white women, super privileged white women, will talk about how hard their lives are. And how, like, and when I was at this Hollywood party, the producer hugged me too long, and, like, we all have to march because, like, a white woman was uncomfortable. You know, my trauma. And you're like, what was your trauma? And they're like, I had to move to Canada to do this movie. And you're just like, where's the, like, trauma used to be a word that was reserved for, like, ER nurses. And, like, it was a thing where, like, blood was involved. And everyone's talking about their trauma and how they get triggered and they, like, struggle with anxiety. And meanwhile, they're, like, from Connecticut and whatever. And you just blew by the fact that, like, yeah.
That would
this
be
is my
pretty
family
traumatic
situation.
to be
What? Move
from
on.
Connecticut,
Yeah, what
on
about
my
It's like
opinion.
I'm not making this my thing.
It's like dark humor too. That's like how most people deal with it.
But it's also, I don't want you to pity me, and I'm not
Don't.
going to try to be a victim in order to get attention. And, like, I'm fine. I'll be okay.
Yeah, I've accepted it. Why can't you fucking accept it?
Yeah.
Laugh at it. Move on.
I'm not
you
going to
know?
bore the fuck out of you guys talking about how hard my life is. Everyone's life is hard.
My mama left me and she picked crack over me. Please sit here and cry.
They're
Have you
complaining
Crack,
about
though,
people who
from
complain.
what I understand, it's better than a kid.
Yeah, I've never seen an unhappy crackhead.
Neither have
I don't
I.
think I have either. And they're like Superman too.
That's it. There was Lil Boozy did a video about crack.
That's my man.
He talked about how fentanyl is like no good. He's like, my crackheads, like they play basketball, they're athletic, they can run, they can fix a car. Like my crackheads are doing well.
That's so boozy of him.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight a crackhead.
I don't want to
that.
fight a crackhead.
That's like fighting one of those souped up kangaroos like in Australia. They'll beat your ass. Yeah, fuck that.
yeah, I don't know, those kangaroos, they look like the
souped up
Jake Paul
kangaroo.
of Australia. Those kangaroos.
A kangaroo?
That's a really good comparison, right?
That's what he reminds me of.
Joey?
Like a souped up fucking
Yeah,
kangaroo.
totally.
And you don't want to fuck with him.
As an animal. But like, so that's something that is such a breath of fresh air about you.
It is.
You know?
I can't
I
speak
agree.
to
So I'm
kangaroos
gonna be real
being
with y'all. I
strong.
was never the biggest football
I
fan.
worked with
I
kangaroos
honestly
back when I
don't
worked
that
for a
much.
private
But what I do
zoo.
know is I
There were
like
two
having
red
fun,
kangaroos,
thinking
so
of
like
bigger
they're
fish.
smaller,
The better picks let you run up
but
to a
like
1,000
when
times
you would like
more.
touch their
The
tail or
atmosphere
something, because they were
easy,
chill
it
as
makes it
hell.
1,000 times
When you would like touch their
Pick your
tail,
favorite
it would
players or
be
the men that you
solid
think
as a
are cute in
rock.
case.
Like that's how
Predict
muscular
what
they
they're gonna do
are.
in the game.
It is
Get 'em right,
insane.
and you can win up to 1,000 times your money.
Oh,
download
God, is
better,
she talking
play
about better?
picks. Use the code TALKTUA and let's hit some lineups all NFL season long. It's crazy how I said 2 words and now I'm hearing it.
It's pretty wild.
It is.
It is pretty wild.
I wish I'd have like jumped on it sooner though.
Jumped on what?
Like all this. Like I was scared to come out of my house the first 2 weeks. Me and her both. We locked ourselves in
Oh,
the fucking
yeah.
bedroom.
That's a normal, healthy reaction.
yeah, I was like,
be,
oh my god.
I would be worried about your psychological state. If you were like, yes, like here, I knew that would work. Like that would be spooky.
Yeah, that would be a little spooky.
I think
Just
the-
imagine if Chelsea said Hawk Tua and not you that night. Would Chelsea be sitting in that chair?
I would not have dealt with it as good as you did.
Can
I
we,
think you're
can we
full
hear
of
you say
shit.
it?
She don't give a fuck. It's her
Let's just-
problem.
let's just hear you
she
say
does
it.
not give a single fuck.
One more time?
I can't do it as good as
Do
Haley.
it.
You do it.
No, you do it.
Hot to
No.
You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like tuh. You know, like really. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together.
hot to
Hot tuh.
hot to
Say it aggressive, like
hot
really.
to
like you're mad at the day. You're mad at.
hot to.
Yeah.
These girls have never seen a dick, Whitney. Calm down.
I know that's the other.
Will you relax?
You're mad at
Dan
it.
Whitney Schneider.
You know what I think? You know what I think? Easy, bro talk. You know what I think we need to do? I think we need to like do. I don't know, like a bar crawl where we get you drunk and try to get you a slogan.
Hey, I got
I
something
mean?
you can say.
We gotta get you a slogan. I feel like we could do
They're
it if we just like, go to
expanding
Nashville a
the
couple nights,
Hawk
just get
Tua
wasted.
brand.
Yeah, we could just like sneak up on you and like send like some crisis actor to interview you and try to get something out. What would
We can
yours
get Tim
be?
and Dee to do it again.
Nah,
I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem.
they wouldn't.
Wonder what they're doing.
Why aren't you allowed to talk? You're not allowed to talk about
Maybe
that?
we are. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's
why not? I mean, yeah, it's like, you know, they might argue that you're making money.
How far
off
are
of
we
it.
into this?
Oh, but what about that
13
video
minutes.
they first posted
Jesus Christ.
when all this shit started? I didn't get any money off of that.
Yeah.
So they can suck my left lip.
Yeah, you should
I
definitely
didn't
just
get
get the money if
any
nothing else.
money
Yeah,
off
they,
of
like
what?
launched the merch
Saying
store the next
Hawk
day.
Tua?
Haley asked
You're
me
a
to take the video down.
meme?
She was like very depressed about
Went
it. And they just kinda,
viral?
like, blocked her and
you
ran
have it
off
all.
and-
You
They
have all-
blocked all my friends too, and we all have it like screenshotted too. Like I messaged them, I was like, "All right, you posted the one, you got views and everything else. Just stop. You're like horrifying me. Just quit." And they didn't stop either. So it just kept going. I was like, all right, at this fucking point, what else you gonna post? Picture of my ass crack? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I feel so bad about it too because I was like, holy shit, I made her answer that question. And now she's like beating herself up. But hey, now I'm glad.
Greatest assist of all time. Yeah.
Look at us now, Chelsea.
I cannot. But it was about what you said, but it was also like your energy. It was like your essence. Like
Vodka. That's exactly how that works. Vodka.
I drank plenty of vodka
Somebody-
on camera, and I didn't become
Well, not
an
somebody,
overnight
Jake
sensation.
Paul, because who
Well,
else?
see, I say a bunch of shit like that.
Invested
like around my
money
friends.
into
I'm
this.
Yeah.
How can I put it? I talk out of my ass a whole lot.
Good.
But I'm open with them. I don't have any kind of issue saying it in front of them. But when I drink vodka, I'll say it to anybody.
I think
invested
we
in
weirdly
this.
need more talking out of our ass. Like I know
Somebody
that sounds
invested
insane
in
because everyone online seems like they're doing that, but I actually think it's the
214,000
opposite. I think
views in
everyone is
3
doing a bad
days,
impression of themselves,
with 22,000
or they're repeating what
subs,
they heard somebody else say,
and
or they're so
almost
obsessed about
6,000
their
likes.
brand, or trying to do what you did. They're trying to get a catchphrase going. They're trying to get some brand going, and it feels so inauthentic, so artificial, and it's so repellent. And then you just talked out of your ass, and it was something,
I had no intention of that.
Yeah, that's why it worked. Everyone else was running around with intention, being like, "How do I get famous off this? How do I get viral off this?" And you were just,
They're in Nashville still, like, trying to recreate it.
no
Like,
one
there's interviews everywhere.
really.
Yeah.
The idea that in
everywhere.
Nashville right now, girls get dressed up and get drunk to try to get filmed outside
Who
of a
would
bar
want
to get
to
your career
be
is so funny to
The
me.
next.
Get me a
They're just
bottle
out
of
there-
vodka.
Yeah, they're
I'll
just
get
Who would
out
one.
there
want
like,
to
"Hey,
be
I'm
the
gonna do that."
next cock
Choke, choke.
Tuah
Anything?
girl?
Yeah, there you go. They're checking out to, like, see if it works. I think we need to
Who
get Chelsea
wants
drunk and give her
that?
a microphone and see what she does.
What do you think?
You're a
Well, let
meme
me
and you
ask
blow
you're-
up,
I don't wanna say,
whatever.
like, your
And
generation.
this
Were
is
you already
like,
kind of on
you know,
social media,
to some extent, I
Okay.
respect
Like
the
here
fact
and
that
there.
Yeah.
that she's
How do you
like,
feel
oh,
about
I'm
doing
gonna
this?
try and
Does it make you feel
capitalize off this,
comfortable?
but Jesus
no, I
Christ,
don't
it's a
care.
meme.
I feel good about it.
It's
Good,
the
good,
only
good.
thing she has
It's just
going
like,
for
I'd
her.
be
It's
reading
nothing
my DMs
else.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'm posting these. This is my audience right here. I don't know, it's freaky.
Yeah.
Big question. Do you feel like guys try to hit on you? Like, no, I don't mean about this. I just mean like you're now in a situation being famous. You now have to question everybody that wants to be friends with you or date you. Have you
Yeah.
already felt like there's a difference?
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, I tell them that all the time. No guy is just being nice. It's not a thing.
I've caught on, though.
to fuck you. That's about it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
worse now.
Yeah.
I would rather a guy use me for my body than for my Instagram. And then, so what has been the most fun like moment where you're like, okay, this is worth it?
Okay, so besides you, like the one woman that I've like been interviewed by was Caitlin Bristow. I clicked with her.
Yeah,
really
I love
good.
her.
I
She's a
love
good
that
one.
girl. And her wine, I will never shut up about her fucking wine. Her wine was the shit.
Okay, so let me ask you. I feel like as you get older, you start to realize this. You seem to know this. Does your personality change based on the liquor you're drinking? Like, I'm a different person. Vodka, wine, tequila. What's wine do?
Wine kind of makes you want to hump the couch a little bit.
You speak for yourself.
Fuck.
And then dark liquor, I could probably find a
No
grizzly
wonder you're
bear.
running a dog rescue.
Yeah.
You behave like one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like being a
dark liquor
dog.
does what?
I could probably fight a grizzly bear if I drink dark liquor.
Okay.
Like Fireball, I can't drink it anymore. I either drunk cry or I get like violent. Like it's at a
That's nice.
Imagine what that video would have done.
like that's where Harley come from. That's my alter ego.
Hartley.
Harley.
Harley.
Like you got Haley and then you got Harley.
It's just a straight up Nicki Minaj over here. She's got all her personalities. So Harley, we see Harley when Harley drinks liquor.
So she has some
Right.
sort of multiple
Yeah, I'd say
personality
right.
disorder and
Okay.
alcoholism
You
is
can
what
just
we're
spell that.
getting.
Like
You say she's mean?
champagne? On champagne?
Oh, I
Is she
thought
mean?
you
I
said
thought
is she mean?
Oh no,
I was about to say,
sorry.
Harley's
You guys heard the
vicious.
same thing. I said champagne.
Yeah, I'm ferocious as
Sorry.
fuck when I drink dark liquor. It's
What about
bad.
when you drink champagne?
Champagne's not too bad.
Okay.
Like wine, it's not too terrible either, unless I'm like drinking bottles of it at a time.
Something happened when I
Yeah.
turned like 25 where I could only drink tequila. Like that's all. I could only drink tequila or else I was just texting exes. I'm like posting things on Twitter trying to get their attention. I'm like You know,
Wait, what?
I looked up the Scientology ships, huh?
Back up. We posted stuff on Twitter to get their attention.
Well, you know when sometimes you're on social media and you're like a little and you're like, I'm not gonna text my ex, but I'm gonna like post a bunch of photos that I think he'd see, which will get him to text me. Like just
He's gonna be thinking about. No.
math.
No, I know exactly what.
Coolest guests. Actual conversations with
Yeah,
them.
we're just childish. Like I start having this magical thinking where I'm like someone that I don't even want to date, someone that I don't even want to get back
You
together.
just want
with.
their attention.
I just want him to miss me.
Yeah, you're not ever gonna forget
be
about me.
Sorry.
Bitch. Yeah.
I get vengeful. I want him to know how well I'm doing. I want to like whatever. So I start posting stuff. I'm like, what am I doing? I wake up the next morning. I'm like, oh God. I wish
We are more alike than you know.
By the way, that is a compliment.
Yeah, it is.
To me, not to you.
Oh.
So for me, I was okay. Tequila is kind of the only thing I do at this point.
Really?
I'll do wine every now and then. I would try Caitlin's wine.
I like vodka. Vodka, I'm actually pretty good on vodka. I have fun when I drink vodka.
Yeah, vodka, I'm like, we need to play charades now.
Yeah, like right
I
now.
get very, like, we're competing at something. So tell me about this animal sanctuary. This might save your psyche.
So it launched yesterday. It's Paws Across America.
Nice.
And it's for all the little dogs. Look at 'em taking a nap. I still can't find. Okay, there's.
So what is your strategy on what dogs you take, which animals you take, which you don't?
So we're looking for like the ones that are the worst, in my opinion. So that's gonna be like a big thing we're doing, looking for the ones that need it most.
Okay.
And then we'll get to the little ones.
Okay.
They got it good, but they could still use it. Just the ones that need it terribly bad.
Nice.
And we're doing one of those Sunday, right?
Oh, I like them.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want? I'm going to give you my unsolicited.
Yes,
it's
the
not even advice. I'll
window,
just
the
share my
natural light coming
experience.
through the windows too bright.
This is my thing. Rescuing animals is what I care about kind of the most in life. I do high-risk dogs. Staffies, I don't like to say the word pit bull because people like to take that, make it a bad word. Pit bulls get a bad rap.
I don't know why.
I have such a big bleeding heart. Well, pit bulls, if they're raised by idiots, which many idiots want to have a pit bull, if they make a mistake, they will do the maximum amount of damage, right?
Exactly.
Chihuahuas, Cocker Spaniels, they attack the most frequently of any dog, but they don't do much damage, so nobody cares, right? So a pit bull does damage, it's over, right? So anytime there's a dumb dog, there's a dumb person that's been dealing with it. So
I love how
I have such a big bleeding heart.
she
This is
said,
my
I
thing.
don't know
I did
why
get my ear bitten
about
off
pit bulls
It's
being
been
violent.
sewn
It's
back
like,
on.
yeah, they do damage.
by a dog.
Regardless
and-
of
The
the
dog sewed
context,
back
there
on.
is damage
dog-
being
The
done.
dog's so You're silenced.
So I did get my ear bitten off. So all I would say is protect your head.
Yeah.
Protect this $1 billion face. So for me, I guess in the beginning, I was so excited to actually have resources to be able to save animals that I brought them all into my house. And I made the mistake with the dog that bit my ear off. It was my fault. Anytime a dog attacks, I usually believe it's your fault or the person who trained its fault or it's someone's fault, right? Especially a staffy because they always give warning, right? They always give you 2 chances to back off and change the circumstances, right? If they attack, it means they're fighting for their life and they feel cornered, or they think they're protecting their owner, which is why dog fighting happens. The way that they train them
that's
is
fucked up.
it's really fucked up what they do. So basically, they breed the dogs to get. It's basically survival of the
fittest.
kindest, but also
Yeah.
the kindest because they're fighting for their owner, right? So they're not fighting to kill the other dog. They think they're protecting their owner. So the ones that are the nicest are the ones that end up fighting, and those right. So they're actually just like the sweetest dogs. And it's disgusting what they do. But I had the dog sleep in the bed, and he was sleeping on my chest, which is a dominant move. He hadn't been impulse, control trained yet. And I was on the ground, and I pushed him away, and he just went to their mouth is their hands. So in the beginning, if they've been taken from their mom too young, which is very common with abuse scenarios, they basically will just grab your hand to try to pull you, and he just grabbed my ear, and it just lobbed right off. So I just wish that when I was in that situation where I was rescuing elephants and giraffes and bears and anything I could. Exotic animal trafficking is a whole thing.
Kind of zoned out there.
Guys, just calm
I
down.
woke back up
but
when
I just found
she
myself in a situation where I
got
was just
ripped
like,
off?
I'm Dr. Doolittle, I'm going to save
dog?
them all.
Yeah.
And then,
What?
a lot of crazy stuff happened.
Dr. Doolittle's a good way to put that.
Yeah, so there's times where you just got to go yes, we're rescuing this high-risk dog, but he's not going to sleep in the bed with me until I know more information about this dog, So it's just playing it safe and having somebody really smart running it that goes okay, I'm going to respect the background of this dog that's gone through this horrific stuff and put it in a situation where it can acclimate slowly, Yeah. So volunteers who know how to, let dogs get comfortable around humans before they freak out and make a mistake. Because sometimes
some
dogs that are that
research
abused, they
here.
make mistakes.
Please tell me you named that dog Spike Tyson. Because that's a huge miss.
Named him Van Gogh.
Bingo.
Van Gogh.
That works, too.
There goes my ear. So that was
You
like
spell
the
her
thing. I
name?
think like you have such a big bleeding heart, and as you can see, when it comes to like, I'm sure all the people coming out of the woodwork asking you for this and that. Like I was the person that as soon as I got any resources, I was so poor for so long. And I was like, here's this, ruined every one of my family relationships, like buying them cars and houses and health insurance, and then
2.5 million followers on Instagram. Translated to 22,000 subscribers is insane. Does she have a TikTok?
It's only a matter of time before they start to hate you.
Fair enough.
And I was like, no.
I don't know if you heard my phone or not, but that was a Carter PC's TikTok that started playing just then.
Okay, animals are safe. You can't love an animal too much. This is like
Exactly, and they can't help themselves either.
That's
so
right.
that's why I like
how do you use TikTok?
Why do people start hating you when you give
Search
them
bars
money?
up there.
What's that?
Why do people start getting mad at you when you give them money?
Well, it's resentful. It's a couple things. Number one, I think it's like my thing is it always should be a gift. It's not a loan. It never can be a loan because then all of a sudden you become the Damocles sword hanging over their head. Where every time you see them, you're a reminder to them of the thing they haven't given you or the embarrassing thing they had asked for.
Where's my money at, bitch?
Totally.
Like an
And then you
official
see them and they're
account?
like in a new pair of shoes and you're like, you can't really sit and they're like, no, I just got someone gave me these and they were on sale. I went to Aldo and they were like 20% off and I was like $40. Like I have
There is one account that's the same tag. It's not verified, but there is one account that has 1.7 million followers. Hey, well.
Whatever. And then I think it's a matter of time before they start to hate you.
Retention on
because then
short
they start to
form
owe you,
stuff
and
going
then
over
the
to
power
long form
dynamic,
stuff
they
is
gave you a power that you
insane.
didn't want.
Basically
I just wanted
non-existent.
to like help you out with your
That's
rent,
not
or help you out with
that's
this,
like
and then it's
not a
like,
her
well, now, what about
thing,
next month?
or it might be
Now,
a
what about
her
next month,
thing
next month?
because
And then
I
you
don't know
become this,
who
like,
this podcast is
authority
for,
figure to them.
but
kind of thing. I think and then we are generous, so it makes it even worse. And then they have to go like, well, if you gave me more money, I wouldn't be in this situation. I just need, and you're just like, okay.
And you don't owe anybody shit.
That I just figured that out like 20 minutes ago. I have to go. Why am I doing this? Kidding. No, it's true. It was really hard for me to compute that, but I think people that are really generous, like that have big hearts like you, animals is such a great place to start.
I agree. They can't talk back to you either.
Exactly. Well, they do. They communicate.
They do.
What are we talking
you
about?
Don't understand them half the time.
Yeah.
or not we.
they're calling
I'm
me a
not
bitch.
in this
I don't know. I don't
conversation. What are
understand
they
humans half
talking
the time.
about?
You're like a dog calling me. You're calling me a bitch. I mean, that's literally.
Yeah, your definition. A female dog.
Pot
There you
call
go.
the kettle.
Yeah, I'd rather sit on the floor and talk to a dog than a person all day long.
Yeah. Okay, so you had fun with Matt Rife. You had fun with Logan Paul. What have you learned anything
Jake
from?
Paul.
What's that, Jake? Logan? Oh
Jake.
God. What? Same diff.
Same thing.
Same diff.
Honestly,
They
that's.
do look alike.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they do. Right?
Same difference.
I like
Both
them. Why
scammers.
do I like them? There's something I like the shamelessness of them.
Blunt.
They're blunt. And you know what else I like?
They're
I appreciate,
scammers,
and this
they're
is the same,
liars.
with Tana. Is like
They're terrible
that grew up in
people.
public, you might kind of be one of them. I did too.
They
But
somehow
not like
keep
this.
bouncing
Not like,
back
It was more like TV, like
after
talk shows and stuff. Like
doing
I like
horrible
when someone makes
things.
mistakes and is like, yeah, I was a kid. I was an idiot. I messed up, and like I'm gonna keep going. Like you don't have to like totally call it on your career. By the way, just so you know, I do not. I lasered. I have no hair on my body.
So you were talking all this shit from the outside, is what I'm hearing.
Freezing.
Rules for thee and not for me.
Well, no,
Fucking
it's kind
Whitney
of starting
Cummings.
to grow back. It's like sort of little Smithers hairs right now. They're kind of little ones that are kind of growing back. Because my guy, I'm finally dating a guy who's not gay, and he said one day he just floated by me.
He's cool as fuck, by the way.
He's so
I
cool.
like
He is
him.
cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool. He's
like that
so
guy.
cool. It took me so long to realize that what I needed in someone is someone that I'm in awe of and someone that because respect to me is the hottest thing.
I agree.
Respecting the person.
I agree.
And we respect nobody and nothing.
I mean, that's
But
fair, though.
someone that makes me the best version of myself, because I think that I was always like, for whatever reason, like whether I learned this because I grew up in a pugnacious watching divorces and stuff. I thought that in relationships you were supposed to fight with your person. To like show them how smart you were, to show them how strong you were, to like show them,
You're calling me out right now.
Well, because we come from like when we've been picked on a lot, or you come from a tricky, dysfunctional home. You're like, I got to prove how strong I am, so no one gets anything past me. I got to make sure you don't take advantage of me. Like you, on some level, want them to maybe be scared of you so they don't hurt you. Like I think I was just trying to feel safe or something, or like make them respect me, which we all know you can't do that. You earn respect. You can't make someone respect you. Yeah. And then I got with this guy, and I was just like, I never want to argue with you. You win everything. Like I just have so much respect for him, and I never feel the need to pull that shit.
Did you make him swallow an AirTag? I think Pookie needs to swallow an air tag.
This is really, really funny. You should do air tags that say Pookie.
I hate that word.
This is really funny you said this because I
Pookie?
did date a guy.
I
who
hate that
swallowed
word
an
so
earbud.
much.
Same thing.
Kind of the same thing. Did you get to like hear
hate that
everything
word
that was
so
going
much.
on? I'd have been listening. Is he talking to a bitch? Is that what I'm hearing right
Sucking
now?
his dick, and I just hear voices through his stomach.
It's like a 50 Cent song. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Mini man. What?
Can you turn off Rogan? He's my friend. And so I literally was like, how do you know that story? It's the one thing I haven't shared publicly. And then I just did. But yeah, but it's also the first time I've been in a relationship where I'm not thinking about where he is. I don't, like, I just.
You trust him.
100%. And not only that, like, when we're not together, I just, like, I'm like, I wonder what he's doing. Like, I'm like, it's weird. I'm like a fan.
And that's how it should be.
I think so too.
He gets you in like your little soft girl era. You don't have to be like a hard ass gangster, you know?
No, that's what it is.
I'm in my gangster era.
Yeah. By the way, do it. But it's weird. I was dating this guy once, professional athlete, and I remember because I guess just because of what I do, and I thought if a guy wanted to date me, he wanted like.
This is like so
challenge.
late
You know,
because
'cause guys
that's how
say that a
much
lot, like,
my
and I think
my
they
mental
No guy has
state
ever
has
said
been
that.
engaged.
I know.
No.
But she said, "I'm in my gangster
And I think this
area."
is probably a guy being full of shit, trying to flirt or saying what I
White
think.
woman
they think
sitting
I
on a
would wanna hear.
I love
podcast
a good
set for
challenge.
making a
Okay,
dick
bring it
joke.
Guys say it. Here's the thing, but guys don't hear what
Okay.
their guy friends say to girls. Like you guys don't.
Okay, is this
You know what I'm
going
saying?
on and
I
off?
tell
'Cause
my
I thought
guy
it was
friends, like,
on in
you
the
know that
beginning.
Your homies cry to us, right?
And then it was off, and it
then
just came back
it's a
on.
whole ass thing. So we see a different side of your homies than you do.
Was this on
And
in
they'll
the
be
be-
like,
it
I
was
want a
on in
girl
the
who calls
beginning.
me out on my shit.
And then
They
I think
always
it
say that.
turned
I want a
off
girl
at
that's
some
like,
point.
And when you do, they're like, why would you say that?
I know. And then 3 months in, you're like, hey, why do you have 2 phones? And they're like, why are you attacking me?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you over here talking about this bitch? You're with me. That's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
okay.
it went off at some
Really?
point.
And I said to him, I was like, we were arguing about something, and again, because I thought I had to like prove I was smart or strong or something like that, and then I was like,
flickering.
well, I thought you wanted a challenge. Like,
There's something wrong with
you
the
date me if you want
boots
a
with
challenge, and he was
cowboy
like,
Don't
hat.
say it unless you want it.
was
Because
like-
I will give you a challenge.
What man
pink
would ever
boots
want a
and the
challenge?
blue
What man
cowboy
would ever
hat.
want a challenge? And that like
Neon
blew my
sign.
mind.
There's something wrong with it.
But
It
I
needs a
thought it-
doctor.
I thought it was my job to be a challenge. I thought that's what you
Yeah.
guys wanted.
Yeah, you want a hard time? I'll give you a hard time.
Well, no,
you
and
know?
also too, we think it's like, did you bust every guy's balls this hard, or is it just me?
Wait,
And then we
did
start
that say
thinking, and it's
yerba
like,
mate?
who
Was
are
that a
all these
can
guys
of
that just
yerba
kinda got to, like,
mate
hook up with you and go on with
on
their
that
life
table?
and not deal with any of this bullshit I'm dealing with right now?
Oh.
So it just kind of puts it in perspective.
Buy
and
that
you're like,
Coke
damn,
can.
fuck, I should maybe get out of here. Like, fuck this. I'm a little ashamed.
There's the door, bitch.
I do think, though, it takes a while to figure out who you are, so it's hard to know what you even want. But I spent so much time going, like, I'm going to go to therapy to learn how to be this person, and I'm going to.
Also, what is this? Is that, like, I can't believe it's not butter? What is that yellow thing?
And we're drug addict home. I'm going to, like, learn how to be this, and I'm going to be more patient, and I'm going to be more this, and I'm going to wear this push-up bra, and I'll wear these shoes, and I'll act this way, and I'll laugh when he makes a joke, because I tend to not laugh a lot at things because I'm a comic, and whatever. I'm going to fake laugh, and then all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, no, she's
I
a
don't need to
comic.
change
She
anything
just
about
said
myself.
she's a
I just
comic.
have to be authentic, and then I'll
That's
actually
right.
attract the right person. Because when you're pretending or you're trying to be something you think they want, they're going to be attracted to a fake version of you. And then in 6 months or a year, you're going to be so exhausted pretending that you're going to like fall apart one day and just like they're going to be like, who's this person? You're like, this is me.
This isn't real
This
me.
isn't real me. And they're
Yeah,
like,
that's me.
And you're not even in love with
I think
me.
since
You're
I've
in
been
love with pretending
sick,
to be. And they're like, why did you
my
just
throat
pretend
has
to be
not yet
someone from
recovered.
See,
It's
this
still a
is how
little
you gotta play
scratchy.
it. You gotta give them maybe a 3-month free trial and be like, oh, sweet little girl, nothing whatsoever. Then once you like get them in with a hook and you got them for good, then you can show them the real you.
You gotta get in that hot too.
face for real.
And your bush.
Who's in my
And
butt?
your bush.
I don't have a
He's not
butt.
worthy of your bush.
I don't even know what they're talking about. What are they talking about?
What's that?
It's a wig that's pubic hair.
That's a thing.
What?
But
Fuck.
are you dating anyone yet? Are you on the apps?
Hell no, I don't know that.
Okay.
Stay
I
away
don't
from
know.
me. Men scare me. No, Pookie's still in the picture. He just hadn't took me on a date.
That's fucked up. When you told me that, I got upset.
What?
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, he's not took me on a date yet.
How long have you been hanging?
It's been like on and off for like 3 years.
Shit.
And you've never been on an actual date?
We just,
Flickered
like,
again.
started getting serious like a few months ago. And I still haven't been on a date.
I'm going to say something wild.
Do it.
I'm on his side. Hear me out. How old is he?
24.
Here's what I'll say. I'm on his side by
Wait,
but
age. I
he's
just
doing
realized
something right
how
by
old
accident, not on
is
purpose.
Haley?
I think that you going out right
How
now
old is she?
could
Yeah, yerba mate. I was right.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dude is a public figure.
South American,
I don't-
right?
we-
South American
we
drink?
didn't go out in public together for. I mean, we were together. I mean,
I think
truly
it's
a
South
year.
American.
We
I could
just
be
started going out in
wrong.
public together in the last like couple, and I'm so glad we didn't do it. I didn't know he was very famous. The guy that I'm with, he's very famous to people, and I would have been spooked early on. So I just wouldn't want him to see how famous you actually are.
That's spooky.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They probably broke the
Or
internet.
like to want to have this romantic night and then you go out and then you get demoralized or like depressed because you can't just like have this moment with him. I mean, I'm sure you could. There's a way to do it. You guys could get a boat or something.
I'm not
you know
hard
what?
to please or anything either.
Never
Like all you
will.
gotta do is feed me.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
I
You
know,
take me
but
to
you're
Taco Bell. Good to go.
okay. Cute. Have you told him that?
He did take me to Taco Bell.
Okay. Well.
I ate more than he did.
Okay.
I was a lord ass. It's okay.
I really hate
do?
that
Is
this
he in
woman
Nashville?
keeps
So he
messing
works in Nashville.
with
He does,
her.
like, construction
What's
stuff.
her name?
Love it.
Whitney.
Love it.
I really hate that she keeps messing with.
But
She
I
keeps
love
messing with the
working
mic
with
arm.
calluses on
It's like
it.
I can mess with my mic arm
Also,
because
when he
it's like
comes
it's
home
meant
from
to
his
be like
construction job,
manipulated and
he's
moved
related.
around.
I mean, I could.
But
do
you know it
that.
stays in
I
place.
don't know. I'm weird.
But like
that.
these
Like, you
are
gotta
like they're
earn
meant
that
to
from me.
stay
Okay.
in
I don't think
place.
he's earned that just
Like
yet.
they're not
I just
easily
don't-
manipulated.
there's
Like you have
this
to
new thing
unscrew
where,
it
like,
to.
I don't know, women that are like.
Why do you keep
think that
messing
they're
with it?
empowered,
It's
like,
supposed
I'm
to
a
stay in one
feminist,
place.
I don't cook, I don't clean. I'm like,
No, I like doing that.
I don't know. Maybe
like,
it's
what
loose
do you
enough to where they
do?
can
Yeah,
manipulate it.
exactly.
I don't know.
Besides
That's just
are
driving
you
me
just
crazy.
like a hungry, filthy bitch? What do you?
You filthy
What
bitch.
do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
You know?
No, I love to clean. Cleaning's really fun.
But that might be cute to like.
it eases
I mean, you
me.
could just like order in for him or go pick
It
up.
went
your-
off
I
again.
did yesterday.
You know.
I haven't stayed the night with him in a while.
She won't even let him stay at her house.
Nice. Good shit, Haley.
I'm not gonna sit there and ask Granny, "Hey, Granny, can my
Is
man
this-
stay the night?"
is it
That's
just
a
high def or does it go up to
conversation I'm
4K?
not trying
Granny
to
would
have
not
with Granny.
care.
Oh, it just
Granny
goes up
would
to
not
high def.
look at me, and I don't know. It weirds me out.
Fair enough.
So he can't sleep over. He could sleep in another room.
I
or
don't
downstairs,
think I
like-
don't think she'd care, but I don't want to have the conversation.
Why is
until
the
it
next
I don't
chapter
mind
called
that.
"Shit
I
on
like
that
that.
thing"?
That's like that's Granny. Granny thinks I'm like a
Haley
pimp,
brings
you know?
knives
I
to the
appreciate
airport. That's
A
concerning.
moral compass.
Haley's
Yeah.
ex is
I
in
appreciate
relationship
that.
advice.
I appreciate a
Can't wait to
capacity
hear
for
that.
shame and embarrassment.
Is the real reason
Lover,
you haven't
girl,
slept over at his
era?
house is because you're scared to
Biggest
clog his toilet in the
turn-ons.
morning? Is that what this is
Oh my
really all about?
God.
Okay.
This is
okay.
riveting.
Just because we
Nightmare.
figured out that I'm what do you even call
Also,
it?
knives to
Lactose
the airport.
intolerant.
This is definitely
Full of
referencing
shit.
the
I am
fact
full
that,
of
like, in the
shit.
beginning,
Both
or
ways.
was that the trailer? It was
Yeah,
either the
I'm
beginning of
on
this or the trailer,
But
where
you
she
gotta
talked
just
about how
make a
she learned
Starbucks
that she
run,
can't
or,
bring
you know what I mean?
box
Yeah.
I have
cutters.
a shit plan when
on
there's a sleepover.
an
and it's
airplane.
like,
What's your shit plan, Jamie? It's
you
really
want to
good.
hear my shit plan? It's
Yes.
actually fucking great.
This is so
I
cool.
live right up the block from here. So if there's ever a situation where I have to shit really bad and I'm with a girl, I always go, oh my God, there's an emergency at the office. Like someone's stuck in the garage. I'll be right back. Just stay here. I'll be right
I
back.
love that people still do phones like this.
Yeah, right? Like it still works like that. And then I'll just come here when no one's here and just come upstairs and shit and then go back home and be like, yeah, I had to let, my friend out of the garage. Everything's fine. Let's go back to sleep. That's what I do. I come here every time.
Well, see, my issue, I'm sure his bathroom, well, his old apartment, I'm sure he's fixing to move into his new one. I don't know where his bathroom is just yet, but his other bathroom, it was like right in the bedroom. And you can hear me a mile away when I'm in there holding onto the freaking toilet seat in the damn wall.
Turn the shower on, dude. That's my move. The shit shower. It's like a good transition. They won't know anything's up.
Yeah, that's smart. So it's like
This
you
is-
close the door, turn the shower on, do your shit.
Is this just
have
beyond
perfume in there
me?
with you, But
Is
if
this
they
just,
have a
like,
fan,
so-
that's better.
Do you remember that
Like,
game I mentioned beforehand
such-
where you can win up to 1,000 times your
God.
money? Well, turns out it gets even better. Better Picks
She's-
is offering a deposit match up to $200 and a free pick
So,
for all new users.
less than an
basically, you put,
hour
like, $200 in, they
of
match it.
listening
That's
time, and we
$400
have
right
to have
there. If you haven't
two
downloaded Better and
Jake
started
Paul
playing yet, do it right now
ads.
deposit match. Throw that thing in the lineup and let's get a ton of money this NFL season. Have you ever had to shit at a man's house?
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, okay,
Don't
back to
even
what I was
try to hide
saying before she had a second Jake Paul ad.
We
Real
got
shit.
it. We got it. We got the soundbite.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
make
guess
her
this is
say
this is definitely just
I'm
beyond me. This is too intellectual for me.
I'm
We have a sign called Shitting with Chelsea.
trying to hide it.
Also, I love how they're
She's hot shit
screaming
spit
into
on
their
that thing.
mics.
It's just shit on that
Lord.
thing.
Please get her a hat that says shit
Shit
on that thing.
thing.
Okay, maybe not.
Like simultaneously
That
too.
respect.
It's
Yeah,
one
I-
thing.
Just dab.
I mean, that is.
Jamie, what do you do? Oh, I manage Spit Girl and Shit Girl. What do you
Get her a hat that says shit,
Shit
on that thing.
Okay, maybe not.
Shit
doing
on that thing. That respect.
They're talking about shitting. Highly intellectual topic. And this lady says respect and then proceeds to dab in 2024, but she can't even do it right. Oh my God.
Yeah. I-
Just dab.
Oh my god.
That is
Jamie, what do you do? Oh, I manage Spit Girl and Shit Girl. What do you do?
Two Girls, One Cup was very
parents
big.
would be so proud.
You guys missed the opportunity to represent those hot tub
I
girls.
seen this girl.
Oh,
post a
now we're
TikTok,
talking
and I
about
was
two
like,
girls,
yeah,
one
sure, hot
cup.
tub girl was like onto something, but she said she spits on it. Well, I fart on it, and I was like,
What? How do you even
Yeah,
do
that
that?
was a hilarious video, by the way.
Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of male comedians. Farting porn is a big thing where girls just fart and
like a queef or like actual
it's like a
fart?
fart out of their butt. Queefing, I'm sure, is the thing too. I haven't dabbled in that yet. Also, by the way, sorry to make such a hairpin turn here. I was given tea tree oil to give you for your warts.
Who the fuck gave her that? Who the fuck gave her that?
I hate that this is in my pocket. Is this for genital warts or?
It's actually blue waffle. I'm kidding. I'm bullshit. No, I got
is
a little
this?
one on my foot. I don't know what the fuck it's from. Probably the airport before I figured out to wear socks in that motherfucker.
Why do you look at me like I'm in charge of the airports? I don't know what that
Nobody
is.
told me I had to take my shoes off.
At the
Like
at the
first-
TSA.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Haley's
It was
first flight
sick.
ever, Whitney, by the way. Her first flight she ever went on was like 3 weeks ago now, maybe a month ago.
You got a month.
So you had never flown before you went viral.
No, and everything in my damn like carry on.
She brought a knife.
Actually, it was 2 knives, and they got confiscated.
You brought knives to the airport.
Yeah.
You got a little girl going out here somewhere she's never been, unarmed. You've lost your fucking mind.
You brought weapons into TSA
I did.
in 2024.
He's like, ma'am, what's this? And I was like, oh, you can keep it.
do you, okay, I know you don't care that much about history, but do you know about 9/11?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about this? I mean, this, dude, you going to the air, that is like,
No, I don't want to go to the
Come
show.
on,
I
Haley,
want
it's
to
not that
go to
bad.
the... No, I lost my place. No, okay, when was this? This was released the day before 9/11. Okay. Okay. Alright, where's my place? Here?
going to the air, that is like Cat Williams level. You know about 9/11?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about this? I mean, this, dude, you going to the air, that is like Cat Williams level bonkers, dude. Like, this is like Dr. Dre doesn't bring knives to the airport. I
I
respect this. So they took your knives.
Well, I'm always like in a
She
panic. If I'm like in a big
respects
crowd
her
of people,
taking
I'm like
knives
watching
to
what's
an
going on
airport?
around me.
As you
'Cause
should.
can't tell about people nowadays. You gotta
cannot.
worry about people trying to kidnap you and every fucking thing
That's
else
right.
trying to hurt you.
Yeah, you look exactly like the girl
Yeah.
in Taken. I mean, this is like...
That's a good movie.
You look
This is
easy
what-
to kidnap.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
what
And I'm
traffickers
little
look
too.
for.
It's not hard to
I
pick me up
know.
and toss me in a fucking van and scooch off with my ass.
That's
And
right.
then there I go. No more hot tub for you. I mean, I'm
Run
done.
away,
Good.
I don't want to be
Train
known
never
for the Hawk
coming
Tuah meme. Let's
Yeah.
reference
You got
it
a
again.
box cutter?
Johnny got rid of it. I'll take that, actually.
But this isn't anything. This isn't your Hollywood fucking managers that get Botox are giving you fake witch serum for your wart. You got to go to CVS and get like a Dr. Scholl's thing to burn it off.
No, that's gonna hurt.
It's not gonna hurt. What's
No,
that?
this little lady that was
They're
doing my
cute.
toes.
Okay, first of all, stop going to Erewhon. Okay, like we're not.
I went one time.
We're not going to be MC Hammer where you make all this money and you get successful, and then you're going to Erewhon and spending $200 on a fucking burrito.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. That
I
place
will
is
never not think I don't live in poverty anymore.
Dude.
Like, you asked me to go, I don't know, shopping and spend $30 on a shirt, I say you're fucking crazy.
as you should, because the more money you
Absolutely
make, the more
crazy.
money you spend, and when you get that first tax bill, you're going to realize you don't have as much money as you think.
I done got a whole laid out of it. Like the other day at our bank meeting, I'm all, shit, taxes are fixing to eat me up.
But you're in Nashville is your primary residence.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
The amount of money
It's
I
not
have to
terrible,
earn-
but it's
They
made me
bend us over
sick
out here on the
looking
West
at it.
Coast.
Yeah, so it helped me when my business manager told me any amount of money you have half. Whatever
Yeah.
number you see, you have half, right? With agents, managers, you're paying everyone, you know. And then anytime you look at what something costs, just multiply it by 3. And that's how much it really costs. So this sweater's $50. Oh my God. It's actually, you have to earn $150 to be able to afford it.
That's absurd.
So that really helped me. Because every time I leave Erewhon to get groceries, I'm like, that was a laptop.
Who the fuck do I beat up on about taxes?
Well,
sick of this
if
shit.
there's a next round of January 6th, I feel like you'd fit right in storming the Capitol. I feel like you just take that pillow, wear it as a hat, and you just go in and let them know.
I'm sick of you and I'm sick of your bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how you think.
I finally have money and I don't get to keep any of it.
No, back to Air One. No, that was
I
a
hate
crock of
taxes
shit.
and I hate the
Here's
government
thing,
as
some
much
of the
as the
food
next
is good.
person,
It's not
but
$20 for a smoothie. Good.
I don't know about
Well, Air One's like my
using
favorite
a pillow
nightclub
as a
in the city.
helmet
The one
and
good
then
thing about that place is that's just you'll
storming
find
the
best
Capitol
looking women
again.
maybe on the planet.
I don't know about
some
that one.
bad bitches.
But
Yeah.
but they're bad with money.
Yeah.
Bad with money, bitches. So if you go into Air One and you see a hot chick, that's
Still
a red
off.
flag.
Has it
'cause
gone
they're
back
dead
on? I don't think
from
it
buying
has.
Haley Bieber's
Still off.
cum smoothie, whatever the fuck that is.
That's
What's-
why it's so expensive, Haley, if you didn't know.
What's in there? Oh, not you. Your smoothie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, a lot of men that are gold digged, they want to be gold digged. That's the thing that gets
Yeah.
tricky. A lot of them.
Takes my money.
A lot of you're like, why is all your photos, your watches, and your cars like this is what you're leading with? This is what you want. You know, it's transactional. You're using her for her body. She's using you for her money. It seems like.
I don't know if I could ever do that though.
You
I'd have to
couldn't.
make him like put a bag over his head or something. Cause let an old man try to kiss me, I'm gonna sucker punch that bitch right in the mouth. Fuck that.
Well, that's the whole point of making money is that you never have to be in a relationship you don't want to be in. The best thing about having money as a woman is you get to date broke guys. They're so much better at sex. They're so much nicer.
Yeah.
You get to date like a painter.
Yeah.
How about like you though? I don't want anybody like getting close to me like that either.
Yeah, dude, but then if it's a good person, it's actually a good thing, is what I'm learning now.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's
kinda
good
nuts.
to be careful. I think it's good to be really careful. I
yeah,
don't think you
I'm
can move
careful.
slow enough. I think I think every relationship I look back on, I'm like, if I just moved a little slower, I would have realized like we're just meant to be homies. We should have just been friends, and we like started sleeping together, and then you get chemically addicted then, and then I've been in so many situations where I love someone, but I don't like them. I'm like, I'm chemically addicted to you. Like, I love you, but I don't want to hang out with you. I don't like talking to you.
It's real shit.
Maxwell Airport has a weird habit of like
That's kind of
in my
I love
mic
you,
arm.
but
I
I
know
don't
it's
like you.
just
We have
like
to
the
be friends
difference
too,
of like
you know?
it
Yeah,
being
me and him were
extended
really
and
good
not.
friends before that, though.
Yeah.
But like every time it's
What
extended
does
like
your
this,
new guy think of
the one of the
Hey,
cables
Boogie?
gets
Yeah.
like
I asked him yesterday, I
gets
was like, I bet
bunched
you feel like
up
you're on top
and
of
it's
the
like
world,
goes
don't
off to
you?
the
And he was
side,
like,
it's no longer
"Oh,
straight.
I don't really think about it much. And I was
Then
like,
I put it back.
I mean, I don't
like
act
I
any different than I did
push it
before.
back
Of
when I'm done with
course.
it,
It's you're just going to work.
and it's
But
just
he's
back
on
to where
a
normal.
pedestal now.
Come on.
It's good that he's not from here, because an LA boy would take that. He'd be posting everything. Oh, I'm dating Hawk too. I mean, it would be.
He'd get humbled very quick.
Well,
Like-
here's the problem with LA. You're from LA.
I'm from here, yeah.
You're one of the few, though. Here's the thing. I don't think it's the people from LA. I think it's the people that come to LA
100%.
and the people that
think.
grow up here don't care about famous people. They're like, we've seen it all. I went to high school with them. You know
Literally,
what I mean?
though, yeah.
You know, so it's the people that move to LA are all the prom queens, the people that go out of their way to seek fame and they're obsessed with it, right?
That's what I like
Exactly.
about here. The one thing I do like about being here, it's too big, but you can walk down the street and everybody just does not pay you
No
any
one cares.
attention.
No one cares.
Exactly. I love it.
No one cares because everyone thinks they're the celebrity.
Please take the
By
spotlight.
the way, oh
please.
my God, Kathy Griffin does the funniest thing. I don't know if you know, she's a comedian. Like, you know, she talks about celebrities. You know, she did this show called Life on the D-List. She's a sort of big comedian, and she got in a lot of trouble because she held up a head of Trump, and it was kind of a whole saga during the pandemic. The point is, she has this really funny thing where she says, "Say congratulations to anyone on the street in LA, and they will say thank you." And I was like, "Oh, come on, whatever." And she's like, "No, try it." Like, as a famous person, like, she was on Hollywood Boulevard and just some random person. She was like, hey, congratulations. Some random girl, was like 25, was like, thank you so much. Thank you. Like, she probably went on a commercial audition that day. Like, everyone in their head is, like, famous and doing so well. Like, if somebody famous says to you, congratulations, and you're like, oh, thanks.
What did I tell you earlier? I was like, I like how it smells up here. And she was like, what do you mean by that? I was like, well, it smells like pot and it also smells like crushed dreams. I kind of like it.
You're coming at LA is now just kind of this weird, like, Black Mirror simulation now. It's like China's bought every building and it's all just, like, weird, empty, like, money laundering schemes. Like, it kind of, like, sounds like you're missing, like, the Standard Hotel and, like, House of Blues is closed down. It's kind of a weird vibe.
Did
like,
you grow up here or no?
No.
didn't?
I'm
Yeah.
DC. I'm like Virginia. Yeah, but it's like Jim Belushi died at the show. Like, people were just dying all the time. It was sick.
I've like
you know,
officially run
with
out of
John-
stuff to like comment
John
on.
Belushi. Look.
So like
all
I'm
white
kind
men
of
look-
struggling here. I'm trying to like find
Okay, Jim
something to
Belushi
talk
is
about.
Yes, dear, right? Or
That's his brother, right?
I kind of like. I mean, I like those chairs. The chairs that they're sitting in.
Right,
I just don't know if I'd like
We
to
get it.
sit
We
in
got it.
those for extended periods of time for like podcasts.
John.
I feel like
Belushi's
sitting
the
in
one
it for a
that died. Okay,
podcast,
that's what I'm
like
talking
the
about.
wood.
And then
Are those
Joaquin,
wood
which
or
is the
leather?
Phoenix. River.
River.
River's the one that died.
Like arms
I
on those
conflate
chairs.
brothers. I don't think more than
I
one
think they're
sibling should be
wood.
famous.
That looks like it'd get
Alec and
really
Steven
uncomfortable
and
for something
Billy,
like a podcast.
I couldn't pick them out in the
Really
line.
fast.
So how did you get roped into this?
Just
Like, how did you start out?
bad
get
childhood. Yeah.
That and
like
leather,
every
depending on-
entertainer, my parents were alcoholics and
I have a
ignored
feeling
me.
that
I mean, I'm not
the
even,
room was
I'm not
fairly
even really
cold.
joking,
She commented
because when
on
people
being
ask me,
cold.
they're like, what did you do to get
It'd be
this?
like
I'm
really
I did
uncomfortable to
start
sit
with
in
a
like at
very
first, and then
big,
after a while your
like,
body heat gets into it. It's like,
God-sized
okay, that's better.
That was like
I don't know.
trying to get
I don't really
approval
care
from
for leather
alcoholics, you know? I was
things.
trying to make
I like-
alcoholics
like,
laugh. I was
I'd
trying
rather
to make
sit
people
in
on
like
drugs
cloth or
calm down and
something.
stop yelling. And I was
sort of
trying to keep
fabric.
the mood light because everyone was fighting, and you know,
Way more
that's kind of
comfortable.
what stand-up is. You go in front of a bunch of drunk people and you try to make them laugh and cheer them up. You know, so I you know, when people say like, I want to get to stand-up, I'm like, okay, like,
When are the boots and hat
you know,
gonna be lit up
let's
again?
first make sure your childhood was terrible. In a
Fair
way.
enough.
We even joke. A friend of mine is a comedian, Annie Letterman, and she talks about like, you know, going through like childhood trauma and stuff. And we joke that like if you've been like molested as a girl, it's like doping in sports. It's like you have an advantage. Like the more
Huh?
trauma you have, the funnier
Wait,
you end up being.
what are they talking about?
But I, you know, studied theater and
tuned
college
back
and all
in
that
and they're
kind of stuff.
talking about
I've
girls
studied
being
journalism as
molested
well, which journalism
equivalent
used to be this
to
thing where
men
individuals
being
would tell
doped
the
in
truth about what was
sports. What?
happening in the world. It ended like 10 years ago. But you know, now the news is actually fiction. And all media is documentaries that are the truth. It's so completely flipped. But studying journalism, I think, was kind of my way subconsciously. Like being a comedian, you're kind of like a silly journalist in a way. You're like talking about current events. You're trying to like investigate things and figure things out. And you know, it's also a little bit like being a lawyer. Like I always say in comedy, you say something that's not true and then you prove it. You know, like I was like, do I want to be a lawyer? Do I want to be a journalist? And you know, I remember I got an internship at a news station. Again, the news used to be this thing where people would tell the truth about events. So I got an internship at a news station, and they let me read the teleprompter to like make a video to like send around to try to get like a job or something. And they let me read the local news, which local news is always insane, right? It's always like, is lead poisoning your children? Find out after the break.
Was it something with lettuce?
I can attest to that.
Like
local
a-
news
Like the dirty
is
ass
actually
lettuce.
insane.
Yeah, everybody's getting sick from it. And I was like, what the fuck? Lettuce,
Totally.
Out of all things.
But they're just trying to keep you watching, so they're just like as sensational and insane as possible. And all the men are in drag, the women are in blackface.
That's what Big Sugar wants you to think, that lettuce is bad for you.
Big Sugar?
Yeah, it's a whole ploy by Big Sugar.
Big lettuce sugar.
Big lettuce is fucking taking a massive hit.
Yeah.
And so I was reading it, and it was some like horrible story about a kid that got kidnapped, and you know, something just awful. And they show a picture of the kid, and it was, I mean, look, when you grow up the way, you know, you grow up the way I grew up, like horrible things, we just have to laugh. You know, it's
That's the best way to deal with it, though.
It's how we cope. Does it mean I'm happy that a kid disappeared? Do I think? But it was like, oh, this kid, you know, ran away from home, and they showed the picture, and he was a bigger kid, and I was like, you know, whoever kidnapped him must be very strong. Like I was just like making
Still
jokes,
waiting
you know
for the
what I mean? I'm
boots
like,
to
oh,
light
who
up
kidnapped
again.
him? Like whatever. I get why he couldn't run away. Like I just kept making jokes, and they were so horrified. And I
have a sense of humor. I'd be sitting there smacking my knee, laughing like a. Let me just go on and tell
and I was
you.
just like,
Do they just
like,
censor
like, objective
motherfucker?
journalism.
Let me just.
And I
have a sense of humor. I'd be sitting there smacking my knee, laughing like a. Let me just go on and tell
And I
you.
was just like,
She
I
said the
guess,
word
like,
fuck
like objective journalism
numerous
is
times,
not
and they
for me.
censored
And, you know,
motherfucker.
I have like emotional dyslexia. When you grow
What?
up with horrible things, you use humor to cope. So
Like,
it's we're the people that
they
laugh at
censored
funerals
that
and
50
you know,
minutes into this
feel
thing.
uncomfortable when things are fun. You know, I'm
I
like,
hope we never have to go to a funeral together because I cannot sit
Oh
beside
my
you.
God, we'll just be like, at least we'll be crying, not
Like
laughing.
upset. We're gonna be like.
You'd be surprised how many people, like my dad's funeral, we were dying laughing. Like it's just like I
That's
think
how a funeral should be. I feel like if I died, that's how I'd want my funeral to be.
I think so
Almost
too.
out of
They'll skip around my
HTO.
casket, do something. I don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
dude, I want to do so many pranks at my funeral. I want to have a closed casket and then like someone jump out. I like want to have them like fly my body in. There's so many things. Like my funeral, I cannot wait to die so I can do a wild funeral.
I want like a dance party at mine,
Yeah.
and then I want like a big green screen, like all my best moments. I'm gonna be like butt chugging a fucking beer or something. I don't know. I want to go out with a bang. Remember me like this. Don't remember me like dead as fuck in my casket. You know.
You're gonna live for a really long time. I feel like.
Yeah.
You're like.
Something ever happens to me, I want to live through you.
Through me?
Yeah.
How do you know if you're in love with somebody?
Don't look at me, man. Don't look this fucking
What do you
way.
mean?
I don't know. Love's a strong word.
It is a strong word.
I'm not like a lovey-dovey kind of person. I don't like talking about
You
that
think that
stuff.
now? You're a lot like me. Just
I
wait.
was like that.
Just
I
wait.
was like that too.
Like love, the thought of that.
But a dog you've never met. I love you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, that was how I was too.
Exactly.
But I do think I think a lot of people jump to it too fast, I think, and you're probably, you withhold, which
I'm
is
like, whoa, Buster, back it the fuck up.
that's okay, because I also think that, like, love, it's a word you can't take back, and also once you bring that into it, my guy makes fun of me about it because I'm so unromantic like this, but it's just because I don't, I've said I love you before and I didn't know what I was saying. I've heard I love you before, but didn't feel loved, which is so confusing, and I think a lot of times that phrase is just used to, like, shut you up. It's just like, but I love you. But I love you. And you're just
love you too.
But I feel like you're trying to shut me up. When, like, you're arguing with someone and they're like, I love you, okay? And you're just like,
yeah, shut up. That's it.
Yes, right? Yeah. And, but I love you. But then you wouldn't have done that thing. That now you're saying I love you to try to erase that it happened. Like, this is, And so I told my dude, I was like, don't tell me you love me. I'll let you know when you love me.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I feel loved.
I got one more question for you.
Uh-oh.
What is your biggest turn on?
Dude, I love a trashy tattoo. And I honestly, preferably another woman's name. A Tina, a Trina.
I bet you, like, bite on it, don't you?
I want there to be a mole, like a girl's face, like a hot
Fly
girl.
going
There's a
around in
mole
the
with, like,
studio.
a hair mole. Like a
see, there it
girl's
went.
face, like a hot girl. There's a mole with, like, a hair coming out of it. I'm like, could you pluck the mole coming out of the girl's face? I love a like a canceled tattoo.
It's a fly.
That's like a Redskins, like a chief.
Fly.
You know what I mean? Just a
Fly
word
is
you're not allowed to
the
say
best thing to
anymore.
happen
Just
so
Cleveland
far.
Indians. I love.
A neo-Nazi prison tattoo, like that sound. You must have loved American History X. That gets you in the fucking mood, doesn't it, Whitney?
Just a Cosby Show tattoo.
Bill Cosby?
I love bad tattoos. I love a bad tattoo on a man with his shit together now.
So you mean to tell me if Pookie has a tattoo on his leg right here that says party animal, I should embrace that? And be like,
Jesus, that's a fucking
come
bad
here, you
tattoo.
sexy
Yeah.
boy.
Yes.
That is my last brain cell right there.
Yes.
Specifically.
I love that. I think a lot of women are like, I hate bad
What the
tattoos, whatever.
fuck?
Let them remember their mistakes. You don't
Just
have to remind them
happened.
of their mistakes. They're right there. And every time that you go, let me check your phone, and he's like, you're annoying. He can look down.
I
at
was
that tattoo
watching
and
the
be like, remember
fly
how dumb I used to be?
fly around
a
up
slutty
here,
frat
Yeah. Oh,
boy.
remember
and
I used
then
to date Trina,
homegirl starts
Trina. There you go. Now you bite Trina.
Weaking.
Every
who tried to
time.
fight my mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing better, and they're grateful for you.
Whitney, thank you for coming.
I hope there's something usable in here.
We have so much shit in there.
Okay,
Good knowledge.
good. I hope you're happy. I feel like we
I
were just.
am.
This is what a podcast is. I always leave a podcast being like, was that anything? But, like, it's just
It's a normal conversation.
two people kicking it.
You damn right.
I love you, dude.
I love you, too.
This is going to come off patronizing. I'm not going to say I'm proud of you for getting famous or whatever.
Don't do that. I have mommy issues. I feel like you're grooming me right now.
Okay, grooming you.
I like that.
You are, I might be the only person in Hollywood that doesn't groom anyone. I don't groom myself. Look at my hair. So, no, I'm proud of the people you've surrounded yourself with.
Well, thank you.
Because that makes or breaks you. Mentally, financially, success, everything. So you have amazing taste in humans.
I try.
And by the
I'm
way, the
picky.
best thing to do is have dogs around humans. Because if you don't have good taste in humans, your dogs will tell you.
They definitely will.
So I'm glad that you have dogs around.
They're
you.
having a little good time themselves, I'd say. On that note, I hate to take up any more of your time.
I love you. That's what people from the South say when they want you to stop talking. I don't want
wanna
to take
get
up
out of
any
this
more of your
conversation.
time. That was, by the way, that was like bless your heart adjacent.
That is bless your heart adjacent right there. Whitney, thank
I
you
love
for
you,
being out
Mama.
here. I love you too.
I love you. I
Thank
love
you
you. I
for
love
being
you.
on here.
Thank you, guys.
Wasn't Whitney just such a peach? If you want more,
Wait,
go
did,
like-
did that just like? Oh my
Wasn't
god,
Whitney just such a
it
peach?
just
If you want-
winked. Look,
Wasn't Whitney
I
just such a
hate
peach?
that.
If you want more,
That was
go
uncanny.
like, comment, subscribe to Talk To with Haley Welch. Follow wherever you get your podcasts. While you're watching this, take a picture and tag me and tell me who you want next. Tag me and Talk To her, and I'll be sure to repost.
wait, what are we taking a picture of? Am I taking a picture of the screen on which I'm watching? Am I taking a screenshot? Okay. So, that was riveting. Especially the part where they... What did they talk about? Okay, let's run through the timestamps. They rewrote history. They didn't really rewrite history. They kind of just talked about what they didn't know, which is apparently a lot. What'd she say? Christopher Columbus sailed in 1992 or something? Haley is in love with Matt Rife. They talked about pubic hair. Oh, they practice saying the words Hak Tuah. What is Tim and D? Oh my god, the stupid Pookie word. She brought knives to the airport. They talked about shitting for a long time. And then they talked about turn-ons. I don't know. I ran out of things to comment on by the end. There was just... Nothing really happened. So, yeah. This has been watching Talk Tuah until something interesting happens. I guess come back for episode 2 if I can work myself up to do this again. Thank you for watching me suffer. And if you're watching the end here, I don't know how you made it, but yeah, I guess thanks for being here and suffering through this with me. Bye.